Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we begin the procession of Georgia Gwinnett College faculty, graduating students, and platform party.
The processional is led by the senior charter faculty member, Dr. Sparrow Pepys, and the faculty representing academic schools within Georgia Gwinnett College. The schools of Business, Education, Health Sciences, Liberal Arts, and Science and Technology. The School of Transitional Studies represents the 6th remaining school within the college. These 6 faculty members are serving as mace and standard bearers for today's commencement program. Each of these faculty representatives carries a unique symbol of GGC. The first bears the Georgia Gwinnett College mace, the second, the GGC seal. Each of the remaining 4 faculty members bears a GGC standard symbolizing one of the 4 pillars of Georgia Gwinnett College: leadership, service, creativity, and scholarship.
Dr. Sparrow Pepys, Professor of Marketing and International Business, leads the faculty and bears the GGC mace. A photograph of the mace, as well as details regarding its symbolism and its meaning, can be found on page 16 of your commencement program. As the senior charter faculty member in attendance today, Dr. Pepys represents the full complement of GGC faculty.
Dr. Rebecca Green, Assistant Professor of Nursing, representing the School of Health Sciences, presents the first standard, which bears the Georgia Gwinnett College seal. The GGC seal represents the core mission, values, and vision of the college and identifies the college as unique among all other educational institutions. It reflects the college's official colors, green and gray, and contains the following symbolism of GGC's core identity. The outer rim of the seal contains a dotted line representing the many talents and individuals that surround and embrace the college, creating a unified and secure cord shape to its continued growth and prosperity. The ring of 44 stars symbolizes Gwinnett, the 44th county created in the state of Georgia. The core values of the college are represented by the 4 words: leadership, service, scholarship, and creativity. The center of the seal contains the college's official logo, referred to as the cresting double G. Moving outward from the center ring, which represents students, the next ring represents the GGC faculty. The following ring represents staff, and the outer ring represents the community. These are the 4 groups of individuals who comprise the essential relationships in which learning takes place.
Dr. Janita Rawls, Associate Professor of Management, representing the School of Business, bears the standard of leadership. The standard of leadership reflects Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to inspire innovation in our students and to manage change. Accordingly, GGC graduates learn to model purposeful, intentional actions that enable them, as well as those around them, to work together in cohesive and coherent ways towards common goals and objectives. Our students lead by example with both their hearts and their minds, while encouraging others to do the same.
Dr. Kimberly Schwartzentruber, Assistant Professor of Curriculum and Instruction, represents the School of Education and bears the standard of service. This standard affirms Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to encourage each graduate to contribute actively in ways that will result in positive impact on their local, state, national, and international communities.
Dr. Paul Grant, Assistant Professor of Political Science, representing the School of Liberal Arts, bears the standard of creativity. The hallmarks of creativity include curiosity, intellectual versatility, imagination, and critical and creative thinking. These attributes enable our graduates to embrace different modes of thought and varied perspectives, to see the relationships among disparate ideas and situations, and to forge new connections in order to arrive at innovative solutions.
Dr. Benjamin C. Shepler, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, represents the School of Science and Technology and bears the standard of scholarship. This standard illustrates Georgia Gwinnett's dedication to developing graduates into lifelong intentional learners. As such, these graduates learn to discover, acquire, integrate, and apply knowledge in ways that enhance both their lives and the lives of others.
GGC Associate Deans process immediately behind the 5 standards bearers, followed by their colleagues, other full-time faculty representing the academic ranks of full professor, associate professor, assistant professor, or instructor.
The distinct regalia worn by faculty reflect both their disciplines as well as the colors of the varied institutions where their individual degrees were conferred. Detailed meaning of the colors and academic regalia is outlined on page 17 of your Fall 2015 commencement program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the GGC Institutional Processional, beginning with arrival and entrance of the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of 2015.
We will now begin the processional of the platform party and distinguished guests, which include the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stash Przewski, senior leadership of the college, academic deans, our guest speaker, Secretary of State Brian Kemp, leadership of the GGC Faculty Senate, the Division of Student Affairs, the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation, and the Student Government Association, the Fall 2015 student speaker, and staff representatives from the Office of Enrollment Management.
We are going to pause a moment to allow guests to be seated.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start in just a moment. We're allowing people to be seated.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We have just heard the wonderful vocal talents of Rima Sue Lumley. Thank you, Rima Sue. Please remain standing and in silence while the GGC Color Guard departs the exhibit hall. This will conclude the presentation of the colors.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stash Przewski.
Well, good morning. Congratulations to the class of 2015. You're almost across the finish line. Just one more assignment, making it from your seat across the stage to the podium for your diploma. I have the privilege of serving as president of Georgia Gwinnett College, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all, families, friends, faculty, and staff, to this 2015 commencement. Today, we recognize and celebrate 318 students who have earned their bachelor's degree. Please hold your applause for a moment as I introduce several distinguished guests who are sharing their morning with us. If they would please stand as I announce them. Mr. Tom Anderson, GGC Foundation Board of Trustee, and Mr. Norwood Davis, GGC Foundation Board of Trustee. Also with us are elected officials and leaders of our community who go far above the call of duty in support of our campus. Lawrenceville Mayor, Chief Grizzly, Mayor Judy Jordan Johnson. Mayor. State Representative Val Clark, State Representative Pedro Martin, the City of Lilburn Mayor Johnny Christ, Lawrenceville City Councilman Robert P. Clark, and Chad Miller, Chair of the GGC Alumni Board. You will hear in a few moments about our keynote speaker, but I'd like you to join me now in wishing a warm Grizzly welcome to Georgia Secretary of State, Brian Kemp. Welcome, sir. On behalf of the college, I want to express our deepest appreciation to all of our special guests for your support of GGC, our campus, and our students. We're delighted to have you join us here today. Graduates, faculty, staff, and guests, let's take a brief moment to show our appreciation to those who made today's ceremony, a beautiful ceremony, possible. Mrs. Laura James and her entire commencement ceremony task force, the facility and technology audiovisual teams from GGC, and the team from the Infinite Energy Center, the volunteer readers, ushers in the hundreds, guides, public affairs, artistic and photographic specialists, our music coordinator, and many more who selflessly provide their efforts to make this event come to life and present it flawlessly each year. Please join me in applauding them and thanking them for making this happen. I'd also like to take a moment and ask our faculty in their full regalia to stand and be recognized for their efforts in supporting this day and having our students come through. Our faculty. Graduates, you are the third and the final group to earn your degrees during the 2015 calendar year, this being GGC's 10th anniversary year. But your group includes a major milestone. During today's ceremony, one of you will be noted as our 3,000th graduate. And no, you do not get a free trip to Disney World with that, but you will be recognized. This milestone is yet one of many, as we have encountered during the college's tremendous growth. Most of you were in the 6th grade when GGC was created back in 2005. Since then, the college has grown to nearly 12,000 students. In fact, we have grown by 4,000 students since most of you began 4 years ago. Today, GGC is recognized for the second consecutive year as the single most ethnically diverse college, public or private, in the southern region, according to U.S. News and World Report's ranked institutions. To that end, today we have 33 graduates representing 20 different countries, including Brazil, Chad, Ireland, El Salvador, Ghana, Guatemala, Haiti, India, Jamaica, Kenya, Moldova, Mexico, Nicaragua, Peru, Pakistan, Romania, Spain, United Kingdom, Venezuela, and Vietnam are all among our graduates today. GGC is also recognized for a low-cost, high-quality educational experience made possible by our innovative approach to higher education. U.S. News and World Report also notes that GGC graduates fewer students with college debt than any other southern regional public college. GGC challenges the conventions of higher education at every turn. We are a game changer. Everything we do, from the size of our classrooms, to the styles of instruction, to the quality and mentorship of our faculty, revolves around you, and it is designed to help you, the student, get to this point today. While you might not have been here for the last 10 years, your success truly is the result of 10 years of dedicated service by the faculty, the staff, and the community who have supported us throughout, and a generous and enthusiastic support of that extended community who are gathered here today to celebrate your achievement. You are the living proof that the GGC model works, no longer an experiment, and the very reason we celebrate the important milestone symbolized by your commemorative GGC 10 tassel. Save it, it may be worth something on Amazon in the future. While diversity enhances our campus, so does the commonalities that many of our students share. Most of you are from Gwinnett and the surrounding region. About 1/3 of you came to college at an older age, which tracks with the national trends. Half of you are first members of your families to go to college or to receive a bachelor's degree. Most of you have earned your degree while also working part-time. Several of you, commonalities, several of you while also raising a family or facing difficult challenges that would have derailed a lesser determined individual. But you persevered. Donovan Hanna, for example, worked to improve his grades so he can graduate today as a member of Alpha Phi Sigma, the Honor Society for Criminal Justice majors. Janine Norman is an English major. Janine began her college career 20 years ago. A single mother who works full-time, she has balanced college, work, and family to achieve her dream. Ruth Colquitt emigrated to the U.S. from a communist nation when her family faced persecution. She had to adjust to a new country, a new language, and a culture, and conquer feelings of self-doubt produced by people who were sometimes not understanding or supportive of her journey to here today. Today, at age 53, sorry, I had to reveal that. Today, at age 53, this psychology major proudly becomes the first woman in her family to graduate from college. And Ryan Smith overcame growing up in a challenging area of St. Louis. I guess you have some guests here today. Ryan Smith overcame growing up in a challenging area of St. Louis, experiencing homelessness, being robbed, and even being shot at. But he didn't give up his dream to be the first of his family to graduate from college. Today, he earns his bachelor's degree in business. I want to particularly note that several of you have a special relationship with the myriad of uniformed services that often place you in harm's way on our behalf. So will those graduates, as well as those members of our audience present today, who have served in the past or are currently serving in our military, our police, our fire and rescue, or EMS uniformed services, if you would at this time, please stand to be recognized with our thanks for your service. We thank you for your service to our nation, to our communities, and allowing us to be safe in what we do each and every day. Time does not permit me to list all of the distinctions your class has earned as individual students and as groups. We're very proud of your many achievements. For most of you, your immediate plans include launching your careers, and many of you plan to continue your education by earning advanced degrees, master's and doctorate degrees, or professional certifications. Whatever you choose to do, your success is the reason this college was built and the reason we are all here today. You are the reason we come to work every day. You are our inspiration. We welcome the opportunity to be part of your higher education adventure, and we look forward to hearing about your future successes. It is you who are making GGC famous. For examples, Jacqueline Tizzle was a volunteer at Children's Hospital of Atlanta during her time at GGC, which inspired her to pursue a career as a pediatric surgeon. Christopher Hensley wants to use his business degree to open up his own craft brew pub. He'll be popular. A lot of your classmates will be stopping by when they're of age. LaTanya Dinkins plans to fight money laundering or bank fraud by going into forensic accounting and working for the FBI. And information technology major Brandon Wood wants to write amazing software that will change our world. Brandon, if you become the next Bill Gates, we'll be more than happy to let you have a special IT building named after you if the check clears. Graduate school is among the future plans of our next speaker. Olivia Mujenga is the youngest of 4 sisters. She came to GGC because her older sister had such a positive experience as a student here. She had graduated in 2012 with a bachelor's degree in business administration and is now the residence director in student housing here at GGC. Olivia is a business administration major and concentrated in finance. She plans to go to law school and specialize in human rights, an interest that no doubt is inspired by the humanitarian struggles in her home country of Rwanda. Like many GGC students, Olivia found a home here at GGC and made a mark through her participation and service to the college community and beyond. Please welcome Olivia Mujenga as our speaker for the students.
Thank you, President Krzyzewski, and welcome, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, family members, and of course, my fellow graduates. Class of 2015, please join me in a round of applause to celebrate the achievement of our college degrees and to show appreciation for all of those who have supported us along the way. They say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm here to testify to that. I am also here to testify to the fact that not even the sky is the limit. I come from a country that is 6 times smaller than the state of Georgia, a country that 21 years ago experienced the most terrible genocide in modern history. I'm Rwandan. When I was 1, my mother was killed in the 1994 genocide, leaving my father to raise my sisters and I alone, but that didn't break him, it made him stronger. When I was 8, my father was wrongly imprisoned for 2 years, during which time he sent us to school in Belgium. But even that didn't break him, it made him stronger. You would think that I had a miserable childhood, but I had a very happy childhood. Not because we had it all, but because my father's love for his children was bigger than any of the tragedies we could ever face. He told my sisters and me that no matter what anyone said, the truth was that we were intelligent, beautiful, strong, and because he said it, I believed it. My father always instilled in us the value of education from a very young age. He would tell us stories of how he used to walk 10 kilometers to school every morning, barefoot, or how he initially came to America on borrowed money in 1989 without knowing anyone, and how he left years later with an MBA. And that was my first lesson in life. Be resilient, because the God that watches over you never sleeps. When I was 17, my father sent me here to the United States for college. I didn't speak English, I had grown up speaking French. And so when I arrived at GGC, despite my limited English, I looked at the brilliant professors, I looked at the diverse student body, and I felt the atmosphere and I smiled, because I truly, genuinely felt at home. I was not the smartest or the bravest student at GGC, but like my father, GGC insisted that it saw greatness in me until I saw it in myself. GGC did not define me by my country's history. Instead, the people of this college believed in me and provided me with opportunity after opportunity, and it made me stronger. When I was 18, I made the Dean's List for the first time. When I was 19, I received a full scholarship to study in Europe for 3 months, and I joined Student Government Association as a senator for the School of Business. When I was 20, I got a job in the library and also became a resident assistant, enabling me to pay for my own education room and board. That same year, I co-founded African Voice, which is a service-based registered student organization that promotes the African heritage in a positive light. When I was 21, we won Student Organization of the Year, and I became part of GGC Honors Program, which enriched my educational experience even more. Now, I am 23, and I'm not merely a kid from a genocide-torn country. I am a college graduate. My plans are to attend law school and to study human rights. I am eternally grateful for my family, both in America and elsewhere, my aunt, cousins, uncle here in Atlanta, my sister in Washington, D.C., who is actually here today, Vestine Mubyeyi, and my other sister who graduated from GGC and now works here, Sandrine Irankunda. I am humbled to have learned from the very best professors like Dr. Doug, Dr. Peppers, Dr. Wonder, and so many others who challenged me every day in and out of the classroom. I am also infinitely grateful for my library family, Mrs. McGahey, Mr. Roberts, Dean Ruffin. In the words of Isaac Newton, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. We all have our giants who have made this day possible and who have enabled us to see further, to college, to receiving our degrees, and to embarking on our future. My giants have included my professors, my friends, my family, and most of all, my father, who is watching today's ceremony from Rwanda through GGC's live stream. Salut, Papa, wambonye. My name is Olivia Mujenga, and I am a very, very proud Grizzly. Thank you.
I'd ask, since your dad is watching, if you would turn around for a moment.
Okay.
And if the camera can get that and send that to Rwanda, you are making Daddy proud and a lot more than just Daddy proud. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's now my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Secretary Brian Kemp. And sorry, sir, you have to follow that. Brian Kemp has served the state of Georgia as the Secretary of State since January of 2010. As detailed in the biography in your program, he also served in the Georgia State Senate from 2002 through 2006. His committee leadership there included roles as Chair of Public Safety and Homeland Security and the Vice Chair of Higher Education. In his current role, his responsibilities range from overseeing all aspects of elections and corporate registrations to securities regulations and professional licensing. Secretary Kemp has implemented technology across his agency's division to restructure the delivery of functions and services, digitize processes and interactions, and better connect with the citizens and businesses of Georgia. Many of his accomplishments have assisted in removing government red tape and regulations blocking economic growth and its recovery. His electronic solutions allow his agency to communicate more efficiently, reduce time spent on paperwork, reduce taxpayer costs, and increase transparency. In the elections arena, he has established a highly functional voter service and education website, significant protections against security, and the State Election Advisory Council was put into place. Secretary Kemp earned a bachelor's degree in agriculture from the University of Georgia and has created and developed many small businesses, giving him personal insight to his duties as secretary. Most importantly to us, Secretary Kemp has been a consistent friend and supporter of GGC and higher education and a frequent visitor to our campus. Please give a warm Grizzly welcome to Secretary of State, Brian Kemp.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Perchevsky, for that kind introduction. And I was just thinking exactly the same thing about having to follow that amazing speech and life story. It's wonderful. I also want to thank my friend Mary Brantley and the Board of Trustees of Georgia Gwinnett College for inviting me to be here with you today and share in this formal celebration of a job well done. I'd also like to just congratulate and thank the college, the faculty, the supporters out there, the community, for just an amazing thing that's going on here. You should all be commended for the job that you're doing. I know when I served in the legislature, I had the honor of being able to vote in support of creating this institution, and I don't think anybody realized exactly what a great job and what great things would be done here. It's amazing to see it again in person. Speaking of thanks, I hope that you graduates will take a moment to thank your families, your professors, your mentors, and all those whose support and encouragement helped you get where you are today. The degree that you're receiving has been earned by your hard work, but also by their tireless efforts and sacrifice on your behalf. But please be aware that saying thank you is more than uttering a polite phrase. If you really appreciate the support and sacrifice that others have made for you, you must demonstrate it by seizing every opportunity to excel. Set high goals and aspirations. Work hard every day to achieve them in your office, your classroom, your home, and in your community. There's literally no goal too big to shoot for in America. Consider the life of the great African-American minister and educator Benjamin Elijah Mays, who was born in 1894 to former slaves, but who would go on to become president of Morehouse College and a mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King. In Dr. Mays' words, it must be borne in mind that the tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goal to reach. It's a calamity to die with dreams unfilled, but it isn't a calamity to die with dreams unfilled, but it is a calamity not to have a dream. It is not a disaster to be unable to capture your ideal, but it is a disaster to have no ideal to capture. It's not a disgrace not to reach the stars, but it's a disgrace not to have stars to reach for. Not failure, but low aim is sin. Few nations on this earth allow their citizens the freedom or opportunity to set meaningful aspirations and pursue their dreams. You and I are fortunate enough to live in the United States, where we have the liberty and the right to shoot for the stars. Like Dr. Mays, I personally believe that along with the God-given right, we also have the responsibility to set high goals and work to achieve them. That is how we truly say thank you to those who made these opportunities possible. That is also how you, as leaders in your chosen fields of business and education, create new opportunities for those who follow behind you. As my favorite president, Ronald Reagan, said, America is too great for small dreams. As leaders of today and tomorrow, I think his words also apply to each and every one of you. Right now, some of you may be wondering to yourselves, what opportunities is he talking about? Well, right here in Georgia, we are fortunate to live in a state that has championed many economic development initiatives and pro-growth policies that have led us to be recognized as a state of success. Our forward-thinking and innovative policies at the state level have created over 300,000 new jobs since 2010. I am positive that some of you concerned with finding a job upon graduation can now rest assured that you are graduating at a time when new industries are moving to Georgia and those that are here are expanding. This has resulted in the creation of thousands of new jobs and new opportunities for all Georgians. In fact, the federal government's Bureau of Labor Statistics ranks Georgia 6th in the nation and 3rd in the Southeast for net job growth. In our state, corporations big and small are working for success. As Georgia's Secretary of State, I have proof every day that there are new opportunities springing up all across our great state. My office is responsible for overseeing 39 professional licensing boards, which license approximately 200 different professions from nurses to wastewater treatment plant operators, and literally everything in between. Last year, we processed and issued close to 41,000 licenses, and altogether, we licensed over 500,000 hardworking Georgians. My office oversees as well the registration of all corporations in Georgia. Last year, we saw the creation of 116,000 corporations and small businesses, and also the registration of over 560,000 existing entities here in Georgia. They have helped establish our pro-business environment, and new companies are moving here to take advantage of it. As you may know, Georgia is currently the #1 state in the country in which to do business. Numerous publications have given Georgia this honor over the past few years, including CNBC in 2014, as well as Site Selection magazine. Georgia being ranked as #1 in the nation for business is no accident, because we have made job creation our #1 priority. I was proud to be part of Governor Deal's competitive initiative, which brought together many economic development organizations, chambers of commerce, large and small business owners, and everyday Georgians to make our state more business friendly. These new policies, along with the leadership of Governor Deal and our legislature, literally have laid the groundwork for new companies moving to and creating jobs in Georgia. And these are not just any jobs. These are quality jobs with the potential for high growth and advancement in the company. My office is dedicated to incorporating e-government solutions to make government run more efficient for all Georgia businesses and entrepreneurs. For example, we became one of the first states to legally allow in-state crowdfunding, similar to Kickstarter or GoFundMe, and we did it all through the Invest Georgia exemption. It provides Georgia-based entrepreneurs with expanded access to capital from Georgia investors in order to develop new business ventures, expand existing operations, and create jobs in our state. Since its inception, we've seen many companies utilize the exemption, providing new job opportunities and generating wealth for citizens of all ages. Businesses and corporations across the country are also hearing how great Georgia's business environment is. Take, for example, Mercedes-Benz, who relocated their United States headquarters from New Jersey to Sandy Springs, Georgia. This facility will bring 1,000 new jobs, a $100 million investment to the area. And there are many other examples of this around this area. These announcements are now a regular occurrence, and they could not be coming at a better time for new college graduates like you. I believe they will. Opportunities and possibilities beyond anything you can imagine await each and every one of you. And I'm confident with your knowledge and leadership, your hard work, your commitment to succeed, along with the right education that you've received and the pro-growth policies in government, you will make an exceptional contribution to Georgia's economy and abroad. Today is certainly a memorial milestone in your life. It is the next step in what I hope is a long and happy journey to success. No matter where your path leads, it's up to you to pursue your dreams and your limitless opportunities with passion and might. I'll leave you with another quote from President Reagan. He said, "Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and leave the rest up to God." Congratulations to all of you and your families. I wish you the best. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Chase Goodwin, and I'm the current GDC Student Government Association President. On behalf of the students of Georgia Gwinnett College, I'd like to thank you, Secretary Kemp, for being here today to share your wisdom with the graduating class of Fall 2015. In appreciation of the positive impact your words will have on each of us for years to come, it is my honor to present you this gift on behalf of both the GDC student body and the Fall 2015 graduating class. Thank you again, Secretary Kemp.
Okay, we're getting there. We'll now proceed with the conferral of the degrees. I call on Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs and our Provost, Dr. Lois Richardson, to acknowledge those candidates who will graduate with honors and to introduce the deans who will present the graduates for degrees in their respective areas of study. Dr. Richardson.
Thank you, President Prochaski. In a moment, the deans of the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Liberal Arts, and the School of Science and Technology will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees of Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science. First, we recognize degree candidates who have graduated with special honors. Special honors will be noted as the eligible candidates receive their diplomas. Those graduating summa cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.875. Magna cum laude reflects those graduates who earned a grade point average above a 3.75. And those students graduating cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.50. Will those students graduating with special honors please rise and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, in corresponding order, the following deans will present the candidates for their applicable degrees. Dr. Tyler Yu, Interim Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Kathy Moore, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Adolfo Santos, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, and Dr. Tom Mundy, Dean of the School of Science and Technology.
President Pazewski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree in business administration. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by our faculty, proved worthy. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and the faculty of the School of Business please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski. On behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Science in Education. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with the majors of Early Childhood Education and Special Education and the faculty of the School of Education please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science and the baccalaureate degree of arts. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Were the degree candidates with majors in English, history, political science, criminal justice, and psychology, and the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, please rise. Please be seated.
President Percheski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Science and Technology, it's my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science. These candidates have, by character and achievement as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with majors in biology, information technology, exercise science, mathematics, and the faculty of the School of Science and Technology please rise? Please be seated.
Will the fall 2015 candidates for graduation, the GGC faculty and the deans, please rise? All the graduates need to rise if you want to graduate. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, the Bachelor of Science in Education, the Bachelor of Arts, or the Bachelor of Science, for which you have been recommended by your dean and faculty, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please move your tassel from your left to signify your new status as a GGC graduate and alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2015. Please be seated. It's now official. Graduates, immediately following receipt of your diploma and prior to leaving the stage, you will be greeted and congratulated by Secretary Kemp, who will provide your diploma, and the dean of your school. Now, to all those who are to receive their diplomas, please come forward as your name is called.
Ashley Alexandra Ackerman. Jeanette E. Aleman. Tudros A. Areta. Quavian Ash. Paul Barra. Kayla Nicole Barber. Cole C. Bassett. Pascal Kabasele Balangangi. Parag Bhatt. Megan Lynn Brannon. Jonathan Brewer. Nicole Bruck, cum laude. Myron Clarence Cantrell. Dominique Terry Carter. Ann Paige Cashwell. Lauren Mackenzie Cepeda. Olga P. Cisneros. Armetria R. Kosi. Carla Cruz, summa cum laude. Camille Vanessa Cummings, minor in criminal justice. Amber Hope Davis. Kyle Edward Dennis. Latricia Renee Dent. Nura Mayani Dine. Latanya Michelle Dinkins. Tanya B. Drummond. Jalecia R. Dunn. Jacqueline Teresa Noble Edwards. Charity Hall Estes, cum laude. Jessica Rachel Foss. Allison Flaherty. Elena J. Foreman. Mackenzie Gray. Jeffrey Roland Hall. Russell Joseph Harper. Spencer Lee Hatchett. Nancy Collins Hensler. Christopher Patrick Hensley. Mo Chu Yi, her. Georgiana Marie Holmes, cum laude. Caitlin Elise Hughes. David Anthony Ivy. Andrea Carolyn Jacques. Sharon Ashley Brown. Elmina Kuburis. Jimmy Kahn Lee. Sibyl Hansi Leandra, summa cum laude. Sean James Livingston. Rima Sue Anastasia Lumley, magna cum laude. John Paul Mason, Jr. Soraya Juliet Martinez, cum laude. Melvina Mayers. Renee Mohan. Tong Pao Jim Mua. Olivia Ishimwe Mujinga, cum laude. Ryan Thomas Muller, magna cum laude. Jordan Nicole Monday. Kang Hong Nguyen. Latone Kwok Wen. Regina Olafunmalayo Olorunfemi. Elisa Lee Park, summa cum laude. Susan Elizabeth Patterson. Natalia Perez Pichny. Kimberlia Elizabeth Petway. Alexandria Elizabeth Phillip. Dalton James Pollard. Andrew Prater. Lamiqua T. Purdy, magna cum laude. Stephen T. Rawlings. Jack Lee Reyes. Joseph Kyle Reynolds. Alan Rodriguez Mendoza, summa cum laude. Alicia Janelle Rogers Price. Michael Ross, Jr. Jordan Rudo. Ronix St. Germain. Gregory Joseph Saluzzi, summa cum laude. Brandon Alexander Sanchez. LaShandra Denise Sapp. Leslie L. Shanu Wilson. Eric Simonini. Aaron Smith. Ryan Ramon Smith. Fraser Prosser Simmons. Natalie R. Stanowitz. Christopher Earl Taylor. Joseph R. Tiller. Jordan Valius Jean. Yer Vang. Sandy Sarah Varghese. Tambari Baribuma Vare. Christopher Dior Walden. Nicole Taylor Weaver. Jennifer Dawn West, cum laude. Thank you. James R. White, summa cum laude. Donald J. Weekman, cum laude. John Dwight Williams IV. Logan Mitchell Wooten, cum laude.
Sanya Vidya Anand. Lisa M. Burks. Jennifer Hope Butler. Catherine Carstens Castaneda. Chelsea Maria Del Nero, magna cum laude. Nati Dong, cum laude. Ashton Hashley Harper, magna cum laude. Sonika L. Heath. Grace Kirchhoff, cum laude. Wendy Waters LaFrance. Christina Vladovich Lovett. Paulina Markovich. Jenny Martinez Marua. Valerie Moultrie. Emily Pass, cum laude. Alimatu Fall. Erin Elizabeth Randall, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Brooke Rocher, cum laude. Kristen Nicole Smith. Ishmael Solomon. Victoria Lee Tanner, cum laude. Andrea Yorquiza, cum laude. Yami Villanueva. Ashley Brooke Whitley, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Wiggs, cum laude. Alice Elizabeth Carroll. Christina Catherine Fellew. Simone Chantelet Grant. Muriel Ivory Halfkenny. Takina Leach. Sage Alexis McHugh. Tara Michelle McDaniels, cum laude. Dyla Ray Pratt, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Elliott, cum laude. Darius Garner. Cole Wyatt Hamilton. Janine Arlene Norman. Johan Alexandru Stoica, cum laude. Melody Nicole Thomas. Mark Anthony Villalba, cum laude, minor in film. Indrika Lakeisha Benson, cum laude. Britton Carroll. Caitlin Teresa Hanrahan, cum laude. Lloyd Patrick Heiser. Antonietta McCool, summa cum laude. William Andrew Swick. Joshua Laird Wright. Christopher Jerry Amos. Carrie Ann Daly, minor in history. Rodika Kajanovich, magna cum laude. Rodika is the GGC's 3,000th graduate. Devin McLeod. David Alexander Mosquera, double concentration in international relations and legal studies, minor in criminal justice. Takina Yanayo. Tyler Wynn Vining. Cale Scott Abercrombie, cum laude. Griselda Esperanza Benitez Reyes. Shannon Chalmers Buckhannon, cum laude. Tawan B. Cook, Jr. Andrea Creevy. Rizwana Hanif Danani. Allison Drake. Ricardo Jose Flores, cum laude. Michael Griffin. Donovan Ray Hanna. Alina Nicole Hinton, cum laude. Mo Hood. Aldo Alexandro Lara. Jennifer Leanne Lopez. Roxana Menendez, double major in criminal justice, criminology, and psychology. Donna K. Morgan, cum laude. Sarfwa Nuama Asare, magna cum laude. Brian Ramirez. Janique N. Roberts. Matthew Ryan Savage. Talisa Sharp. Joe Leonard Smith, Jr. John Patrick Snyder. Trevor David Thomas, magna cum laude. Demetrius Lewis Valentine. Maria Abdelina Vega, magna cum laude. Jody M. Walker. Kimberly Amoy Wilson, cum laude. Marshall Don Adderhold. Marco D. Arenas. Bakari S. Benton. Shayla Brown, summa cum laude. Kiera Simone Bryant. Ashley Shante Bullock. Dulce Maria Cisneros. Ruth C. Colquitt. Lauren Marie Como. Tiffany Lene Dingle. Nicole Brittany Dixon. Daphne Immaculus Duget. Megan Dubose, cum laude. Scott Anthony Fisher, magna cum laude. Kayla Garnett. Daniel D. Gentry. Kimberly Ann Hames, cum laude. Lauren Hearn. Leanne Marie Intilli, magna cum laude. Rodney Magic Jennings. Crystal Jones. Anthea Grimes Kithriatis, cum laude. Erica Tanil Kaiser. Kaireen Yolanda Lemons. Lauren Marie Lewis. Nadine McKenzie. Aaron Hayden McMichael. Jessica Lynn Mears, magna cum laude. Joshua S. Petrakovich. Megan A. Rajpara. George M. Rodriguez. Ashley Fabiola Romero. Brittany Allen Sklenar. Ashley A. Spears, cum laude. Natalie Angel Tatha Nahangi. James Douglas Tesmer II. Afani Akinwa Uzabuman. Peggy Kelly Yin.
Latress Cheryl Addison. Luisa Amisa. Tyler Julian Brown. Sochith Aliyah Chan. Brittany Amber Crow. Carlos E. Cuello. Betsy Eileen Cuenca, cum laude. Zoe Ashlyn Goldstein, cum laude. Miranda Louise Goldsby. Brooke Lynn Harris. Stephanie Yuk Yin Ho. Hamza R. Khan. Devin Taylor McCracken Harville, cum laude. Christina McDonald, summa cum laude. Kefiulu McKinnon Menjitu. Dedi Kalenga Mutumbo. Rachel Lynn Parcells. Kashan Patel, magna cum laude. Michelle Perdomo, cum laude. Annalise Marie Reagan. Scott Joseph Rebecki. Melissa Denise Rivera. Freddie Romero. Shirley S. Rosales. Mruga Shah. Jacqueline Elizabeth Tazal, magna cum laude. Bianca Marcel Tripp. Whitney Francis Wade. Kelly A. White. Valerie Zier, cum laude. Jelani Akong. Cole Lewis Albers. Jocelyn Baker. Caitlin Elizabeth B. Kevin Britsky Bowler. Geneva Yolanda Carrington. Brandon Crosby. Jessica Renee Davis with a minor in business administration. Alan Fadley. Edamola A. Fatade. William J. Groover. Jessica Lee Metz. Alexandria Marie Moore. Joyce Bratares Oliveira. Xiao Audris Wong. John David Williams. Nana Ose Ajiman. Jonathan Ray Buckner, cum laude. Ali Bukhari, minor in business administration. Brianna Byers. Brett Jameson Kressler. Suraj N. Daji. Craig A. Delape, cum laude. Satpreet Singh Gurdita. Spencer Ian Healy. Thomas William Johnson. Jimmy Lack Lee. John Julius A. Lindsay. Burley Charles Mullins, Jr. Mia Tawin Win, summa cum laude. Daniel Brandon Parker. Dorikas Dwayne Paul. Alan Marcus Perry. Neil Elliott Robertson. Jasmeet Singh. Zachary A. Smith, magna cum laude. Nathan A. Tullis, cum laude. Mervyn Daniel Walton. Richard Whiters. Katie C. Wilson. Matthew Gordon Ross Wilson. Brandon R. Wood. Elise Wright. Shazia Salim.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in congratulating the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of fall 2015. Please be seated.
Mr. Chad Miller, Alumni Board Chair, will now address the graduating class on behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association.
Graduates, as you left the stage, each of you received a commemorative 10th anniversary alumni pin from the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation to say congratulations on a job well done. On behalf of the GGC Alumni Association, we welcome you, our newest alumni members. Our mission is to build and support lifelong relationships with Georgia Gwinnett College, the community, and alumni through academic excellence, leadership, and tradition. The only way the Alumni Association can fulfill this mission is with your participation and support. For those of you who have already donated to the foundation, we thank you for setting an example among your peers. We are grateful for this demonstration of your support and your belief in this college. Gifts from friends, parents, faculty, staff, students, and alumni are all vital to our continued success as a college. You have invested time and effort into beginning a legacy here. Please keep us informed through the Alumni Relations Office about the changes and achievements in your lives. Share your experience and talents with GGC and each other. Be a GGC ambassador and advocate in your careers, your community, and among your friends. You graduate today with not only the distinction of your academic achievements, but also the title of GGC alumni. At this time, I'd like to ask all Georgia Gwinnett College alumni other than graduates to please stand. Come on, a few of y'all. There you go. On behalf of the foundation and the GGC alumni before you, congratulations on reaching this special day in your lives. We look forward to your partnership with us in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Before we conclude with today's ceremony, it's my distinct honor to announce the commissioning of a Georgia Gwinnett College Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC cadet, through our affiliation with the University of Georgia, United States Army ROTC program. Cadet Cole Alberts, who graduates today with a degree in exercise science, celebrated his commitment to our nation earlier this morning with friends and family in a private ceremony. Now, we invite our newest lieutenant to return to the stage to take his oath and to be recognized for his service. Lieutenant Post, let's go. Captain Edward Van Buren will officiate the commissioning, but before I turn over the podium, I'd like to recognize and congratulate the lieutenant's family and friends. Would you please stand? The family? Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Dr. Przewski, Secretary Kemp, in 2008, a partnership was established that led to the forming of an Army ROTC department here at Georgia Gwinnett College. In the years since that formation, there have been many hundreds of students that have participated in the ROTC program. Today, it is my privilege to inform you that Cadet Cole Albers will become only the fourth individual ever to graduate from the GGC ROTC program and become a commissioned officer in the United States Army. The oath of office that is about to be administered to him dates back to 1790 and has remained relatively unchanged since 1898. He will swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, not something to be taken lightly. Once he leaves here today, he will soon report to Fort Benning, Georgia, where he will begin his training as an infantry officer. Then he will be charged with leading the sons and daughters of citizens from across this state and nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will administer the oath of office to Cadet Cole Albers. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Cole Lewis Albers,
Having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I take this obligation freely,
I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the newest officer in the United States Army, Second Lieutenant Cole Elbers.
Our new graduate, Rima Sue Lumley, will now sing the Georgia Gwinnett College alma mater. For your reference, the words to the alma mater are printed on the back page of your program and will be broadcast overhead on the screens, mounted directly above you. Would you please stand? Okay.
Come and honor from our home of green and gray. We'll go forth and remember all we've learned along the way. And with knowledge and compassion, we will build communities, leading by example and with dignity. Georgia Gwinnett will never forget how we have grown and those that we've met. Georgia Gwinnett with love and respect. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett. One more time. Our alma mater, Georgia Gwinnett.
Thank you again, Rima Sue, for that wonderful rendition of the alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
GGC guests and friends, our faculty and graduates will soon recess from the hall, beginning with the platform party, followed by the faculty gauntlet. In forming the gauntlet, our faculty will recess through the center aisle, forming two lines facing one another. Once faculty are in place, our graduates will recess through the lines of faculty as a symbolic rite of passage, ushering in the next phase of their lives while our faculty congratulate their former students. This tradition of the faculty gauntlet holds significant meaning. It both represents and reflects the close relationships and the strong bonds forged between GGC faculty and graduates during their time here at GGC.
Now, as our program nears its close, we ask you to please stand and remain standing at your seats for the recession of the platform party and the tradition of the faculty gauntlet.